Hi, English Nomad here and welcome to my latest video. I'm just continuing on from my last video, which is the Savannah way, and I'm currently staying at a place called Waterfalls, which is around 60 kilometers south of Burketown, and it's an absolutely spectacular place. It's a free camp, so it's easy enough to find on wiki camps, and this place is teeming with wildlife. There's apparently there's a few freshwater crocs in the water here. I've done some drone footage, so I'll put that up and you can have a look at the scenery. I'm staying on what is a rocky outcrop, and imagine that this would be underwater during the wet season, but I'll give you a look around. So there are several different waterfalls. This is one here. You can probably just make out some water there. There's a bit of a trickle going down the rocks into a pool of water over here, which I'll show you. I've just took Bronson for a walk, and he had a really good walk along these rocks, and we found a nice little rock pool which was crocodile free, and he had a bit of a play around in there and cooled down. It's quite warm, so you can see there's a pool of water there, and then there's another pool of water further down. That's one of the falls, but the bigger fall is further over that way, and I'll put that up on the aerial footage that I shot earlier on. There's a few other campers here. Seem very nice. I just had a nice chat with them. They're very friendly, and yeah, I'm really impressed with what I've seen up to now in Queensland. I've been in Queensland now for a couple of days, and it's a really beautiful place. And when you find these sort of hidden gems like this, because the Savannah way is probably quite accurate. It is a savanna. It's flat with lots of grass for miles and miles and miles, and then suddenly you'll come across a spot like this, and you know, it's spectacular. I'm tempted to go for a swim, but I know I shouldn't, so I'm not going to. It looks really cool and refreshing, but there could be crocodiles in there. There could be, I think it's unlikely there'd be saltwater crocodiles in there, but there's definitely freshwater crocs, and they're not much of a threat to humans, but still, better safe than sorry. Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys later with some more footage as I travel east from here towards Normanton, and I might try and get some footage of the road, because the road from here to Normanton is dirt, so I'll put some of that footage up in this video as well when I get it. So I'll talk to you again soon, guys. Hi, welcome back again. Just thought I'd get some footage, as I said I would, of the road conditions. I've just visited the Burke and Wills Camp 190. That's one of the places that they came to on their ill-fated expedition. I'm sure if you Google Burke and Wills, you'll find the story quite fascinating. They left Victoria to come up and explore in this beautiful country, and they came to grief. It's a fascinating story. I don't know all the details, so I'm not going to lie and say that I do, but it's something I need to research as well. Seen a lot of wildlife this morning, a lot of kangaroos and wallabies around, a lot of bird life, plenty of cattle. I haven't seen very many snakes and lizards. Yesterday I did. I saw a couple of big snakes. One appeared to be a king brown, and the other one appeared to be, I'm not sure, possibly another king brown, but they were both sat or basking in the sun on the side of the road. It was early in the morning. I was tempted to get out and take photographs, but yeah, as they're probably one of the deadliest snakes in the world, I felt it was probably wiser not to. If I'd had my camera out of the bag, I could have probably took a shot out of the window, but I didn't, unfortunately. So I think we've hit the bitumen actually. I think looking at the map, it's bitumen now up to Normanton. And Normanton is, I guess, the gateway to the Gulf of Carpentaria. A lot of people use Normanton as a base to go fishing in the Gulf. So I'm looking forward to seeing Normanton. It's always polite when you see other travellers on the road to give them a friendly wave. And yeah, it's funny, there's a strange kind of camaraderie between people travelling. They acknowledge each other on the road. They're always very polite to each other. They say hello to you, and how's things going, and where you're going, and what direction you've come from, and what are the road conditions. You know, after about half an hour, you've given them your life story. It's interesting. It's interesting to talk to fellow travellers and get their perspective on where to go and where not to go, and what's good to see on the road. And anyway, so I think we're on bitumen for a little while. The dirt roads, though, to be fair, were nothing special. They were fairly well graded. They weren't in any sort of state of disrepair. They were much better than I thought they would be in. That's the road from Burketown to where I am now. And yeah, when you compare that, when you contrast that to the earlier section of the Savannah way that I did from Burraroola to the border, that was definitely in worse condition than this. And now, looking at the map, I think we're on bitumen all the way to Normanton, so it's plain sailing from here on in. So I'll touch base with you guys when I get to Normanton. I'll give you guys a look around and show you where I'm staying. So until then, I'll catch you later. Hi, English Nomad here, and welcome to this portion of the video. I'm currently stood on a bridge over the Norman River. The Norman River is the river that gave the town Normanton its name, and it's one of the probably one of the rivers that is well known as being crocodile country. It flows into the Gulf of Carpentaria, and further downstream, obviously the closer you get to the coast, the more crocodiles you're going to get, because they like the estuarine waters. But it is a very picturesque place. So as you can see, the river is quite wide. It looks to be quite deep as well. And who knows what lurks under the surface of the water there. Like I say, there's warning signs as you walk on the bridge, warning you that there are crocodiles in this area. And they've actually gone to the effort of putting the warning signs in multiple languages, just to warn the tourists, you know. So yeah, this is a really nice spot, very popular fishing spot. There's a boat ramp, so I dare say people come in here and fish for barra. Barra's the big native fish that lives in the freshwater in these estuaries, and very popular fish for eating. So hence its popularity to the fishermen who come here to fish these waters. So we'll take a walk around while we're in Normanton. So I'll report back with anything else I see that's of interest. But I just thought it'd be interesting to show you the river which gave the town of Normanton its name. Interestingly, it's a major floodplain, and this entire area during the wet season can be underwater. And in fact, the town of Normanton itself has had several floods where the entire town's been underwater. There's some photographs in the information centre which show the building of the information centre was even underwater. It's most of the properties here seem to be on piles, so when they get a flood, it doesn't affect the building too adversely. The floods generally come through very quickly and subside very quickly. So yeah, just thought it would be interesting to show you the river. So I'll have a walk around. I'm taking Mr. Bronson for his walk, and we're having a look to see what Normanton is like, and we're staying here for a couple of days, so expect to see more interesting stuff. Okay, so another interesting piece of Normanton history here. This is a statue of Chris, and Chris was a crocodile who was shot in 1957 by Christina Pawalski, who was a crocodile hunter in these parts. And Chris holds the record as the largest crocodile ever shot in these parts. In fact, in the world. It was reported that it was 8.63 metres long, which is 28 foot, and weighing in at almost 2 tons. So this was a behemoth, and apparently this is to scale. So it's quite incredible to think that crocodiles can actually grow to this size. But yeah, you imagine getting on the wrong side of one of these. It'll take you for a bit of a roll in the water. Yeah, no, not a pleasant experience at all. I'll see if I can get Bronson up there so you can get an idea of scale. So I think you get the picture in terms of the size with Bronson next to it. This thing would have been huge. It would have swallowed Bronson in a single entree. A single bite, he would have been gone. So that's why I don't let Bronson go anywhere near the water when we're close to the water. Certainly not anywhere where there's going to be saltwater crocs like this big bugger here. So people come to this spot to get the photo opportunity with their head in the mouth, and I'll see if I can find someone to get that shot of me. Hi, Michael here, and welcome to this portion of the video. I'm currently on the beach at Caramba Sunset Point, or Caramba Point, which is on the Gulf of Carpentaria. The water looks absolutely beautiful, but can't go swimming there. Lots and lots of crocodiles around apparently, and although you can't see them, they are definitely there. This area is teeming with saltwater crocs, and they're spotted on a regular basis on the surface, but most of the time they spend under the water. So they're lurking there under the water, and definitely not a place where you want to take your shoes and socks off and go paddling. Bronson and I have just walked down here to have a look, and it's very beautiful, but for the fact that you can't swim. You can probably... There's Bronson. I've tied him to that log so he can't run off into the water. I'll keep my eye on him. And there's the Gulf of Carpentaria. There's a few people fishing on the beach up ahead. Very, very popular spot here for fishing. In fact, nearly everyone here that I've seen up to now seems to be here for fishing. They've got boats, lots and lots of boats in the area. I'm staying at the Caramba Point service station, which has a small caravan park behind, and it's really, really nice. I'll give you guys a look later on when I get back. I was going to put the drone up, but then I got here and realised I forgot the USB cable that connects my iPhone to the remote control. So I might have to bring the drone back later on when I come down here to photograph the sunset, because apparently this is a spectacular spot for getting a sunset with the ocean in the background. Obviously we're looking west at the moment, and the sunset's in the west, so the sun is arcing over towards the horizon, and it will eventually set over there. So I'll bring my camera down this afternoon or this evening and set it up on the tripod and see if I can get some nice sunset photographs. Before I do that, I'll get the drone up and just get some aerial footage of this spectacular Gulf of Carpentaria water. I think it's a sea, Gulf of Carpentaria Sea, I think it is. Anyway, that'll do for now. I'll get back to you guys shortly with some more footage of Caramba. Hi, back again, and just thought I'd give you guys a quick look round the campground where I'm staying. This is Caramba Point service station campsite. So it's behind the service station at Caramba Point as you drive into Caramba Point. And it's a really nice spot, and I have to say it's got one of the best amenity blocks I've seen for quite a while, and it's cheap, $12 a night, unpowered for one person, and the campground's very nice. There's a couple of little wetland, there's a bit of wetland around, and there's a couple of little ponds with bird life, so I've been watching the bird life this afternoon, and yeah, it's very nice. That's all I can really say on it. So I'll give you guys a quick look round. So there's the wetlands over there, and just to the right on the other side of that is the ablution block there. You can see in the background, just behind there, and there's another bit of wetland there. there's plenty of room. It's not overly filled with people, and yeah, so plenty of room to spread out. These two are having a rest in the shade. It's a warm day here, and we only travelled from Normanton to here, which is about 70 k's. Bronson and I went for a walk down to the town. This part of Caramba Point has its own little town centre, so we went and had lunch. I had some fish and chips, and we went for a walk down the beach. Okay, so I'll touch base with you guys later. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video, and as always, please like this video and share this video if you can, and if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to this channel and click the little bell icon so you get the notifications when I put a new video up. And as always, I encourage you to leave comments below. Until next time, Mike signing off. See you later, guys.